Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to Learn Correct English. I hope you people are doing great. And so today's topic we would be doing idioms, and I would be telling you about 5 idioms on different days in order to help you learn these expressions. And these expressions help you to have different expressions while having to write any essay or any article, or you can speak these idioms in your everyday life to increase your expression of speech. So, what are idioms? This is a basic definition from Cambridge Dictionary, which says that idioms are a group of words in a fixed order that has a particular meaning that is different from the meanings of each word on its own. So, what do we learn from here from this definition is that idioms or any idiom is a group of words that is fixed in some order, like, for example, a bed of roses. You cannot say the bed of roses. You cannot even replace the article with the. So, this is how they are fixed in a certain order and they have some particular meaning. They have some specific meaning, like the a bed of roses. So uh, you cannot basically take out this meaning from this expression that there is a bed and on it there are different types of roses, and you say it a bed of roses. So, such a group of words that are placed in a fixed order, they have different meanings of each word on its own. So, whatever the number of words are there in those expressions, you cannot guess the meaning of that expression just by looking at those different words that are arranged in different orders. So, let us move towards the examples. I would be basically giving you 5 idioms in today's lecture, and then wholly solely we will be having some grip over this topic too. So let us start. A bag of bones. So here, a bag of bones does not mean that there is a bag and there are many different types of bones, like for example, bones of animals, bones of birds, or bones of human beings in that bag. But this idiomatic expression basically means that there is a person, it can be a boy or a girl, and he is lean. He is so lean and so slim that his bones, his skeletal form and structure is shown if we look at his body. So, such a person is known as a bag of bones. And here it is a sentence: he is a bag of bones as he does not take enough proteins in his diet. So, whenever you do not have enough proteins, like in the form of eggs, milk, fish, you would not gain the muscle strength. And due to the lack of that muscle strength, you would not have any muscles or you would not have any body mass. That would make you a bag of bones. So you see how this expression, a bag of bones, is quite different from these collection of words as a whole. Like, for example, this bag of bones means such a type of person. So, whenever you see any weak person who has no body mass, so we can use this idiom that he is a bag of bones. And we have to make in that sentence clear, like why he is a bag of bones. If he does not take enough proteins in his diet, then we have to mention that reason too in this sentence in order to make our speech clear. All right. So let us move forward towards the next idiom. So the next idiom for today is a bed of roses. As I have explained before, that a bed of roses does not mean that you have any bed and you have roses all over that bed. All right. It is from it is already explained in that Cambridge Dictionary definition that the collection of these words, the meaning they present, is totally different if you take the words from these expression individually. All right, they on the whole present very different meaning. So let us move towards the sentence and guess the meaning of this idiomatic expression. The life of a laborer on daily wages is not a bed of roses. So, what he is typically trying to say in this sentence is basically the life of a laborer, like any worker. He could be an industrial worker, or he could be any farmer, or uh, any type of person belonging to such different labors. And if he is on daily wages, you see how much unemployment is there, how much inflation is already there. And if a person is getting daily wages, that too a laborer, how his life would be. His life would not be very comfortable. He would not lead an easy life. His life would not be a bed of roses. So you see how you extract the meaning by actually listening and speaking this sentence. So, from this sentence, you got this idea that a bed of roses means that a comfortable life. So, for such a person, it is very hard to have such comforts and such easiness in his life. So, here is a picture also. You see, he is any laborer and he is basically taking or having such enormous type of loads over his back, and he is carrying this load towards some place. And you see how difficult it is to do such type of work and getting the daily wages, and you see how difficult it would get to lead such a life. So I hope that from this example and this sentence, you have got the main meaning of this expression. I have not here mentioned the meaning of these expressions as I want you people to learn from these examples, these sentences, and through these pictures. So I hope that anything that is presented visually holds more importance in extracting the meaning of that expression as compared to writing some line over here that this is the meaning of this idiom. That would be easy for me. But I want you to learn from this picture, from this visual view. So let us move towards the third idiom, that is a bed of thorns. So you see that before this we have a bed of roses. So a bed of thorns would be totally different, totally antagonistic to the previous expression. Like here, you cannot also say that there is a bed and there are thorns and spikes over that bed. All right. So you have to extract the basic meaning by looking at this picture and by reading this sentence. So we would read the sentence. After getting his first job, you see, someone is getting his first job. Life for Ali has become a bed of thorns because he has to adjust his timetable. You see, what is the basic struggle of a person here who is getting his first job? It is becoming really hard for him to manage his timetable, like when he has to wake up, when he has to prioritize his work routine, when he has to have lunch, when he would be having dinner, when he would be coming home, and what would he be doing after coming home, when he would be sleeping. You see, after getting the first job, how the life changes of a person. So it is getting very hard for Ali to make his routine or to develop his timetable by having the first job. So you can extract the meaning from this sentence. Like, for example, I can extract the meaning that it is very difficult for Ali to manage his timetable after getting his first job. So we have converted this simple sentence by using this idiomatic expression, a bed of thorns. Life has become a bed of thorns for Ali as he has gotten his first job. So you see how we are extracting the meaning of this idiomatic phrase by this sentence. And you see how this visual representation is giving us the knowledge, like what would it be like, what the life of Ali would be like. Like, for example, if we consider this paper a timetable paper, and he is basically managing, he's writing all his routine over it, and you see how it is becoming very difficult for him to inculcate all his interests that he previously used to enjoy before doing this job. So he has to give up on many passions, like, for example, playing any game, like he has to give up on watching movies. Maybe he would have been playing movies or football before getting this job. So he has to shun away all these passions now just for the sake of having his first job. So that is how his life has become a bed of roses. So let us move towards the fourth idiom, that is a beast of burden. I hope that now the things have become clear to you and you can extract the meaning from this picture and this sentence. A beast of burden is basically used for an animal. It may be horse, it may be donkey, it may be ox. And all these animals are meant to carry heavy loads and heavy weights from some place to another. They cover some distance and they usually have to carry such weight on their backs. So that is why this phrase, a beast of burden, has come. So by looking at the sentence, a donkey is a beast of burden because it carries a heavy load. And whenever you have to use such type of idiomatic expressions in your writing or in your speech, you have to make it clear in your sentence. Like by looking at just at this sentence, you can have the main theme, you can have the main meaning of this expression. Like here, it is very clear, a donkey is a beast of burden because it carries a heavy load. You see here, heavy, load, and burden, and donkey. If we all take them together and think logically, what would it mean? And our mind would, in an instant, give us this direction that it means that a donkey is carrying some heavy load. That is why we have called it a beast of burden. So you can see it from this picture also. I hope that you are comprehending the main meaning through these visual clues and sentences. So let us move towards the fifth idiom. That is the last idiom of our session today. And then we would end this session. So it is a big gun. A big gun does not mean that there is any ammunition, like you would be having any gun AK-47 or any small pistol or any uh, like I don't know the names of the guns. And like I said before, this expression, the number of these expression, the number of words here do not give us the meaning if we take them individually. This expression as a whole has some different meaning. So we can see that meaning by looking at this sentence that Shakespeare is a big gun in the field of literature. So, what do you extract? What do you have in your mind by reading this sentence? Shakespeare, he is a famous poet, famous English poet, and he is a big gun. We are calling him out as a big gun, and a big gun, but in the field of English literature. So, what does this sentence show? That Shakespeare is a very famous person, or he is a very popular person, or powerful person in the field of English literature. You see, I cannot name myself over here, like, for example, Any ordinary person like Ali, Sana, Shiza, or any other person is a big gun in the field of English literature. They are not famous, they're not popular. We cannot call them a big gun. All right. So, that if you see towards this picture, you may have an idea from this picture too that Shakespeare is famous for comedies, histories, tragedies. So, that is why we have used the expression big gun for this person. A big gun means popular, famous, powerful in that field, a well known person. All right. So you can, the boys would know the names of the cricketers. They would easily come up with such names who are popular in the field of cricket, like, for example, Tendulkar or I don't know the very names of the cricketers, but I like, for example, Tendulkar. If we have Tendulkar, we know that he is a famous cricketer and he has some records for which he is famous. So we can say Tendulkar is a big gun in the field of cricket. So that is how you need to incorporate such idiomatic expressions in your speech in order to enhance your speech. You see how you say that Tendulkar is a famous cricketer, and if you say that Tendulkar is a big gun in the field of cricket, you see how the expression varies in very different ways and how you can create an impact in the minds of the listeners. So I hope that this session has been of great worth and it has been of great significance to you people, and you may learn from this source of channel. I hope that you may subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Thank you so much. That is all from today.